Week 128. Manage your mind, success. Success is a mindset, but your brain wants ice cream. I get it. It's summertime, and we've been trained to think that this is the time to take a summer break. But businesses don't work that way. In fact, you'd be better off taking small breaks throughout the year to maintain your motivation all year long. You can have your ice cream and eat it too, with consistency towards what you decide is successful for you. Neuroscience and psychology have identified willpower as essential to success in school and beyond. Like a muscle, it can be developed through exercise and exhausted through overwork. While overall levels of willpower vary from person to person, there's only so much of it any of us can expend over a given time period. Like a battery, willpower gets depleted and needs time to recharge. The better able you are to resist your own natural impulses, the more effectively you can focus your mental energy on the task at hand, however pleasant or irritating that may be. The net result is getting more things done and doing each thing better. There's a lot to unpack here for a neurospicy entrepreneur like yourself. Willpower, motivation, and habits often work together like the three delicious flavors of a Neapolitan ice cream. Each brings unique strengths to create the optimal dessert of success. Willpower can get tricky for entrepreneurs. We love the new. Ooh, look at that new ice cream shop. The shiny. Oh, hi, waffle cone. The possibility. Well, if I try a sample, I might discover my new favorite. And the opportunity. Ooh, if I love it, I can have it again. Ultimately, our brains give us a rush of dopamine in these moments, and it feels so good. And we don't follow through and focus on any of it. We use cravings as an excuse to indulge rather than to execute what needs to be done. And this happens in our businesses too. And we don't feel good about it. Well, until the next scoop. Willpower can use support from realistic goals, monitoring progress to celebrate our successes along the way, and reaching for accountability support. And remember, it's not an infinite resource. We can identify when we tend to have more of it and what it takes to recharge and honoring that. Giving up is easy. Sticking to what you want is hard. When willpower alone is not enough, we may reach for an accountability partner. Science has shown this significantly increases our ability to accomplish a goal. Newer research indicates that the person you choose matters. You must also care and value the opinion of the person that you choose. Where do I buy an autofill motivation when cravings strike? Your brain needs evidence to continue to do anything, and it's often influenced by the reward centers of your brain. Your nucleus accumbens in both the right and left hemispheres of your brain are involved in pleasure and motivation. It's lit up by the dopamine your brain releases. Brains are good at what they do frequently, which is often taking shortcuts because we're wired to reserve our energy. This phenomenon can manifest in the stories we repeatedly tell ourselves, even when these stories hold us back. For example, you may say, I'm so tired of people telling me to focus on my habits and goal setting. However, this is a fixed mindset, and it can be comforting because it avoids the discomfort of change. In other words, it's uncomfortable hearing it because it requires you to do the work you're not motivated to do. You're not alone. Consider rewriting the story you tell yourself to sound more like this. I find goal setting and habits challenging, but I'm going to try breaking things down into smaller steps and see if that works for my brain, or I'm going to ask for support. By practicing a growth mindset, you become more open to the mistakes, better at correcting and learning from them, and more receptive to feedback. Having someone to support you, not just in reaching the goal, but throughout the process, matters. The brain needs evidence to go on. It's comforting to your brain to believe some external force keeps you from success, but there isn't. Habits are where we've fallen into a subconscious movement of every day. You can rewire these deep-seated neural pathways to change a habit or start a new one. Be prepared, the deeper the pathway, the more challenging it will be. However, it's not impossible. Well, unless you tell yourself it is. Ultimately, success requires more than just thinking you'll be happier sans ice cream. You must take consistent action towards the life you crave. Fortunately, you have the power of choice and decision to reinforce and rewire your desired identity as a successful person. However, it takes more than telling yourself you're successful. You must start making tangible moves to align with that identity. This process won't happen overnight, but with persistence and the right support systems, you can create lasting change in your life's trajectory. And if you're ready for willpower support to finally conquer that ice cream habit or shiny objects that are getting in the way of your business success, I can help. The question I asked the community this morning in Curated Conversation was, do you have any favorite routines or go-to strategies that help you scoop up that extra motivation through your entrepreneurial journey? I'd love for you to share yours with me.